Okay, Shalom, Shalom. Kwame Sha'ala. Koholoyula Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rakahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf. That's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And just wanted to touch on a little bit of the inauguration. So much to it. That shit lasted so long. You know they're going to be floating news off of that all week long. Maybe 2 weeks, the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever month, whatever. But yeah, as you can see, it's a lot of separation, a lot of division that's in the country because about half the country didn't even watch this shit. But the other half that did watch it, they are real Trump supporters. But half of those Trump supporters are going to realize as well that it's not what he pushed out there for them. And it's about to get nasty. We'll just put it that way. I'll put it that way. A lot of these people that are clapping, they voted for Trump. A lot of these lower class, or I would say lower income, the ones that live in, lower income so-called white neighborhoods, in trailer parks and, throughout these rural places in lower parts of the South, and they're just in the back hills. But when they see Trump come through with the Make America Great Again hat on, and threw that battery in their back, and they rode their horse and carriage out of some of them damn woods and went out and voted for this man. And what they're going to realize is that just not going to work out for them. And I was watching this video right here, starting off with a GMS Atlanta camp, devout servants. And you could clearly see the backdrop. Or matter of fact, if it would be back it up, somebody might have put this together. But there are supposed to be some alignments in the skies as far as like some miracles in the sky, so to speak. The scriptures talks about that, signs in the skies. But you can see this red moon in phases dropping in behind the Capitol right there. But overall, let's get a division scripture because the place is totally divided. And I want to come back to this Esther. I'm going to go into chapter 3 of Esther because I want to bring out the fact that these people do realize that we are the Israelites and that we're not going to go for what it is that they're into. So they're going to come down with that great wrath. Like Haman. Haman, that's in the book of Ruth. If you're familiar with that story, Haman was the one that came up against Mordecai. And Mordecai didn't bow to him. And see, that's what these people are going to see. They're seeing that we're not going to bow to them. So guess what's going to come next? He's going to set up a situation where we're blamed, or he's going to set up a situation to basically destroy us as a people. We could clearly see it in play right now anyway. As far as like with the immigrants, those immigrants are overall majority of them are Israelites, Northern Kingdom Israelites, right? And we've continued to see over the few weeks how they've been trying to blame everything on the immigrants. These fires out in California, the so-called crimes in America. When crime in America, here you go, you guys, a school shooting every week. Those are not immigrants. Immigrants are not shooting up those schools. Those are so-called white kids that's shooting up those schools. But guess what? The most horrible people on the planet is, of course, these immigrants that they're claiming. You see a story here or there where, all right, an immigrant, he was put out of the country, made it back in, and he murdered somebody or something. And then you'll see a story of some so-called white girl, but it's rare. It's really not a big, it's not an abundance of these stories. It's definitely not, Slakia. It's definitely not it's not out pushing these school shootings. This crime, these events that you have going on with these so-called white people. These so-called white people are killing their families. They're killing the dog to go along with the family. Story after story after story, man. story of so-called white people, just doing all manner of stuff. The real crimes that are going out in America, the most heinous ones. Look, you don't hear about no whole bunch of decapitating and dismemberment of so-called black people. Don't get me wrong, it's all nations of people that do a lot of silly shit, but when it comes straight down to bodies being cut up, um, just the weirdest shit, it's them, man. Right? But this is Matthew 12 and 25, and the half of the country that kind of was like against Trump, yeah, kind of giving him some props right now because he gave him TikTok. He gave their TikTok back to him. Like, oh, I'm gonna take your toy, you badass kids. Now behave, and I'll give you your TikTok back. So they're basically gonna be like, well, we better not say anything about Trump. All that shit that y'all been saying, kill that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got our TikTok back. He gave them their toy back. He gave them their pacifier. He put that bottle back in their mouth, right? This is Matthew 12 and 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house that divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So you have a lot of division in this place, man. Because people wasn't really watching. Like if they were to do like the I'm sure they will, or they probably already have, like the number of people that tuned in. You want a lot of people that, I would have to say half the country. It's not like how it used to be. It would have been like at least 90%, 95% of the country. That shit would have been playing. I mean, it was on all channels. Don't get me wrong. So it wasn't like something you could miss. Major channels, all major channels, that shit was on. And now back in the days, it would only be, your 2, 4, 7, or whatever the channels may have been in your town, like those 3 to 4 major channels. But now, people can stream. They can, it's all kinds of channels. It's so many channels. I'm talking about, man, you can watch motherfucking westerns. You can watch old ass game shows. Motherfucking Little House on the Prairie. I'm talking about shit from you can scroll through your Roku and you don't even have to even deal with that no more. So a lot of people wasn't tuning into that, especially these ones that went out and voted for Kamala in droves, especially these women. So that division is real hardcore strong in the Americas, man. And it's not just here, it's all over the world. But mainly focusing on Babylon the Great. It's not a good look here as far as the separation of the people, right? You could clearly see, Joe Biden and them, they went out, they done what they done. He pardoned a few more people. Biden pardons family members in final minutes. So why the fuck are you pardoning family members? This was the last thought on his mind. Biden pardons family members in final minutes of presidency. See? And he made everything right with everything that was around him. And the reason why he done this was, and with his son as well, he pardoned his son with all that bullshit he was doing. So he's really, for the future, he's trying to save those people that were a part of his, his little hookup. But then he pardoned a whole bunch of other people as well. You know what I'm saying? I think he may have pardoned maybe about, I don't know, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 people. Okay, so it says President Joe Biden issued pardons to several close family members Monday in final minutes of his presidency. My family has been subjected to unrelenting attacks and threats motivated sorely by a desire to hurt me, the worst kind of partisan politics. Biden wrote in a statement, unfortunately, I have no reason to believe these acts will end. So you shook Trump's hand. I thought y'all was good. You was all smiling. You and Jill, you was there. You was all smiling. And I gotta say, no class ass Michelle Obama. You see Trump, and we know that Obama is a damn Hamite. He's not a Negro anyway. And that was a good look too, because that right there, all that bullshit that he pushed on so-called black people, had black people, so-called black people out here believing that he was going to make all these differences and changes for their asses, and talking that we are family, that bullshit, pushing that black woman and Negro, but she showed you at the campaign of Kamala that she was not with. She was pushing for so-called black women to vote against what their husband thought. Remember, if you're not familiar, she was on stage and she was talking all that shit about, hey, you go against what your man says, voting, instead of the man being the head of the household. And so, look, what did you see today? This doofy ass clown walking down the aisle by himself. Here you go, you got Bill Clinton, his wife is with him. Joe Biden, his wife is with him. Kamala Harris, her husband is with her. He's walking up the aisle looking stupid as hell all by himself. That says a lot, man, about how classy that bitch is as far as this presidency shit go. And it's all a joke anyway. Because even with Trump, he wanted flags to be raised all the way to the top. They had the flags at half-mast for the death of President Jimmy Carter. So why can't you respect that he was a leader of your country? Even though he was he was a fuck up too. But in the process of the order of your country and the way that you run things as far as your order, why are you arguing about the flags being at half-mast on your inauguration day? And then they done this on Martin Luther King Day too. So all the bullshit that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you Negroes, you love America, you love these people. And I got to tell you too, the best part of that whole thing, hey, go back, if you listening to this video, if you can, go back and look at Mississippi Valley when they came off the high school, or not the marching band. They took the whole show. Them white people was looking like, what the fuck is going on? You had 300 to 400 niggas marching through there. Took the whole show. It got to a point where you could see the disgust on those white people's faces. And it was evident. And I'm hoping that people point that out. You're going to see, you might see some, I'm sure you're going to see some stuff on it. They had the disgusting look on their face. Because most of those bands, like even, matter of fact, I tell you what, they was going so hard. Even the military band, because the military got their own little band as well. They was even looking back at these young Jake. These young niggas is going hard as hell. Mississippi Valley Devils is their name, I think it was. But guess what? Flocky. Those little young Jake took the show. And you can clearly see on those so-called white people's face, like, how long? Or why are they getting so much time? Why aren't they just blowing the horn for a hot second and playing the national anthem like everybody else did and keeping it moving? Them Jake came through there, man, marching through that bitch, on that tip, man, and they couldn't take it. But this guy, he says, that is why I am exercising my power under the constitutional pardon to pardon James B. Biden, Sarah Jones Biden, Valerie Biden Owens. What did these people do? What did they do? John T. Owens and Francis W. Biden, he continued. The issuance of these pardons should not be mistaken as an acknowledgement that they engaged in any wrongdoing. Well, why are you pardoning them then? Nor should exceptions be misconstrued as an admission of guilt for any offense. No, that's exactly the way I see it. What the fuck are you talking about? The 5 preemptive pardons were issued to James Biden, Joe's younger brother, wow, Sarah Jones Biden, James' wife, Valerie Biden Owens, Joe's younger sister, John T. Owens, Valerie's husband, and Francis W. Biden, Joe's younger brother. While he was sitting in Capitol Rotunda, attending the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump, Biden announced the preemptive pardons for his siblings and in-laws. Why? He says, I believe in the rule of law, and I am optimistic that the strength of our legal institutions will ultimately prevail over politics, but baseless and politically motivated investigations wreak havoc on the lives, safety, and financial security of targeted individuals and their families, even when individuals have done nothing wrong and will ultimately be exonerated. The mere fact of being investigated or prosecuted can irreparably damage their reputations and finances. So he doesn't trust Trump coming in there and running through all his shit like how he pretty much ran through Trump shit. Right? So overall, same old thing that's going on with this separation in the country. Yeah, hey, this right here, I'm not sure if this was a real. This could have been a real phase though. With this moon, with the moon jump offs right here. But I wanted to go off into. Let's go back to this Ruth chapter 3, right? I mean, no, Esther, Salakia. I'm saying Ruth. And that's what that marching band kind of reminded me of. It was Haman. Let me start at I'm gonna start at verse 4. Esther chapter 3 and verse 4. And see, these Edomites, they see us as such people. They see that we are the Israelites and that we have different customs and that we don't bow to what they have going on. And Esau can't stand that. He doesn't have complete rule over you. Oh, he can't stand that. Like, who are these niggers? Esther chapter 3 and verse 4. Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand, for he had told them that he was a Jew. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, see, this is what they're focused on. They're saying that we're not bowing, nor did him reverence, and they want that reverence from you. Then was Haman full of wrath. So these so-called white people, they full of wrath, man. Certain ones, especially these ones that are of the higher elect, or the ones that's higher up. See, these regular Edomites, they're just pissed. You know, they don't really know why. They kind of just in the mix of things. The real anger is coming from those Edomites up top. Verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had showed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, or it would be Xerxes, right? Even the people of Mordecai. In the first month, that is, the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Xerxes, they cast Pur, that is, the lot. And this is a lot that was being cast before Haman from day to day, and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month of Adar. And Haman said unto King Xerxes, there is a certain people, here's the point, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people of all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people, neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. Right? So it's not that we don't keep the king's laws. We stop at these stop signs. You know, we pay our taxes. You know, we shit, show up for motherfucking jury duty, all kinds of bullshit. But when it comes straight down to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, our Father in heaven, no, we don't keep their laws. If it comes up against our Father, no, we're not with homosexuality. We're not going to claim that a man can be a man. That's their kingdom. That's where we draw the line at. We're not going to tell you. We're not going to agree with a woman being with a woman. We're not going to agree with a woman being over the man in the household. We're not going to agree with your naked face ass not having a beard. Right? We're not going to agree with eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. We're not going to agree with smoking your fucking pack of Newports a day. Right? We're not going to agree to, robbing, stealing from our people and committing adultery against our fellow brothers' wives and things like that. No. See, when it comes to stuff like that, no, we're contrary to what they're talking about. So let me get that verse back again. Verse 8. Esther 3:8. And Haman said unto Xerxes, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom. And that's throughout the world, because Israelites are everywhere. They're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth under these so-called white people. And some of these other nations as well, because we're in, our people are in China, Japan, Iran, Pakistan, all these places. We've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. The ones that have been awakened, the elect of Israel, that have been awakened to this truth. No, we're not keeping the bullshit that Esau got going on. It says, there's a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of the kingdom. And their laws are diverse from all people. That word diverse goes off until their laws are separate. The laws are different. Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. So he was really kind of lying about the king's laws, because our people keep the laws of the land. But again, like I said, if it goes against the laws, statutes and commandments of the Lord, no, we're not keeping them. We're not going to keep your law. We're not going to bow to your God. Things of that nature, Verse 9. If it please the king. Now, see, this is what's about to come about, and this is what these people are about to put in play, which is already in play, really. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. See, this is what he wants. They're not going to follow us, destroy them. And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business, to bring it into the king's measure. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the Jews' enemy. See? He wants to destroy us so bad, he's willing to come out of pocket for it. And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as seemeth good to thee. See? Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month, and there was written according to all Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants. See, like how Trump was signing those, a lot of those decrees today, and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people of every province, according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, in the name of King Xerxes, was it written and sealed with the king's ring. And the letters were sent by post into all the king's province, to destroy, to kill, and cause to perish all the Jews, both young and old, little children and women, in one day, even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, and to take the spoil of them for prey. See? So, it is what it is. And this is what one of the main things he wants to do as well is, first thing he wants to do is to get rid of the northern kingdom, which are, they call them immigrants. They're not mentioning that as, it's so-called Chinese people, it's all kinds of people that's here that's legally here. But they put the title, or the main people that they put on forefront as far as like the mascot of this whole thing is the so-called, Mexicans, Latino, different people from those, regions. They're not letting you know that it's far more other, hell, Trump's wife, that bitch was standing there with that big ass hat on today. She's an immigrant. You think they're about to send her away? And her son? Come on, bro. But I wanted to just touch on this because it dawned on me, like, they understand and know that we are a people, and that the Lord is waking up a group of us, the elite of us. Or I'm not saying that I'm a part of it. I pray that I am. I really do pray that Yahweh will have mercy on me, and that he will not take away his Holy Spirit from me, that I won't know this truth anymore, but that whatever I had to suffer going through this thing, I'm able to do it with pride, man, with a smile on my face, with cheerfulness, you know what I'm saying, and knowing that on the other side there's a reward coming from Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. But these people know that we are a people that's not going to go for what they're going for, and that's a problem to them. Because they understand, don't get me, these elite, they understand the prophecies. They know what's going on out here. They know what's happening in the world. So let's get this. I want to keep it long. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And they have, super duper great wrath, man. They know that they have a short time. And they understand that the prophets must be shut down, but it's nothing that they can do about it. It's nothing that they're going to be able to do about these prophecies going forth, and that Esau's kingdom is going to fall. Like, all that make America great again shit, that shit is foolishness. But the Lord has put that battery in their back to believe that shit. And it's only going to, the Lord is going to start showing tokens soon. And I was praying about that too earlier. Let me see. It's in the book of Psalms, I think it is. So like it, bear with me here. Oh yeah, Psalms 86 and 17. I was praying for this earlier. Show me a token for good, that they which hate me may see it and be ashamed, because thou, Yahweh, hast hope in me and comforted me, or has helped us, or comforted me, right? So I'm praying to Yahweh about Shem Yahweh to show a token. As soon as this man is out of the gate, that we're gonna see that the wisdom of Teman has fallen, because these people are stupid as hell. You got, here you go, he's got all these billionaires on deck, as if all these billionaires, he's feeling as if he truly has a secure team. Like, how can we fail with all this money on our side? How can we fail with all these so-called brilliant white people minds at our sides? Right? How can we fail? That's the way that they're looking. And America's not going to be saved, man. Let me see, what's that one? Jeremiah 51 and 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. And America can't be healed. This is Babylon the Great. This place can't be healed. What do you think Trump is going to do in 4 years? And then now, they got his son, Barron, the youngest son. I don't know if he's about 18, 19 years old. He's supposedly getting all this recognition from the crowd. They all cheering. He's getting more recognition basically than of course, Donald Jr. and them. But shit, they cheering more for him than they're cheering for Trump. So I'm assuming that if anything goes down, he will be next in line to take up the next presidency, because Trump not going to be able to do shit in 4 years. He can get 100 years there, and he's not going to be able to reverse what's going on here in the Americas. Then, of course, because he's not, this will be his last run anyway, his last hoorah, because, they only get those 2 terms or whatever, unless he does some bullshit to make him, kind of into, an emperor or some shit or whatever, where he's constantly there. But even if that's the case, he's really too old, because I think he's about damn near 100 himself. That motherfucker about 80 something, 85, 86, 87, 88, or whatever the fuck he is. So now his son, Barron, they ain't finna deal with no Donald Jr. or no, that other doofy motherfucker. His daughter, who knows? But anyway, it's just not, America's through. This place is like a $200 trillion in debt. It's just too much going on where the people are too divided. You got too much shit going on. It's just too much going on, man. So just ain't no coming back. And we're not expecting it to come back. We're praying that it don't come back. Here you go. I'm watching a TV show in the backdrop right now with so-called white people, you know what I'm saying? They running them behind these damn dogs, picking up dog shit behind them with these colorful bags, They just, I see them walking through the park, and motherfucker have a big stupid ass bag of dog shit. Like I'm talking about a big, not like the dog tuck 2 shits. I'm talking about, you got a bag full of dog that tuck 20 shits. You picking up, just disgusting, man. These are the people that's running the planet. Anyway, Well, this right here, beautiful thing. I was just really getting into it. I'm a, but but you can clearly see this might be real though. Let me see if there's I might be able to put something in. I know because the brothers was on it. They was it was like it may not be. It could be some AI bullshit, but let me see. Slovakia. Just gonna put in, was it a blood moon behind the White House? Let's see though, because it's we already know, was that about a week or so back, the White House got struck by lightning. The Empire State got struck by lightning. I think it was the Pentagon got struck by lightning, and the World Trade Centers, the towers, or the new memorial got struck by lightning as well. That's an omen. Oh, this might be real though. Let's see. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think it could. I think this might be real here, baby. Let's get them all. Let's see. This is AOL. It says total lunar eclipse creates blood moon on election day. Photos. Total lunar eclipse creates blood moon on election day. Blood moon lunar eclipse to rise on election day. Either way, if it was behind the White House, we know that this is still, big time as far as sign wise for something like that to happen, because it's a lot that went on today that a lot of people are not, paying attention to. So now this is the Washington Post. So Washington Post, hey man, let's see. Let's see here. No, that boy was out there. Here you go. They want you to start, motherfucker. I don't want to buy nothing. Damn it, I just wanted to see something real quick. I ain't trying to purchase anything from you guys. Anyway, okay. No, we don't want to purchase anything. Oh no, this was 2022 right here. So they going back a few. No, we want this 2025 action, baby. Oh, okay, so all these were 2022. So maybe, no, well, the one that very first one, though, that was that appeared to be today. 2 days ago. Okay, so this was a blood moon lunar eclipse. It's seen behind the Statue of Freedom atop the dome of U.S. Capitol building as it sets on election day. Now that's a beauty too. Early morning stargazers were treated to a last total lunar eclipse until March 2025. If you were in Southern California, you probably didn't see it as a fall storm brought rain and strong winds. But hey, look at that though. That's beautiful, man. Hey, that's all the Lord. Yahweh Shemel Shai. The full blood moon caused by the lunar eclipse is seen as the U.S. flag blows in the breeze. Ooh. They got it in New Zealand, Venezuela, Japan. And that's a beauty right there. You can't get around it, man. So we'll see what's going to happen next, man. I'm praying to the Lord for some tokens. We're going to see. We're praying for total destruction immediately. And to we praying for failure from this guy. So with that, pray that this lesson was edifying. Kwam Yasha Allah and a Bible ball.